little of nothing, well, supposedly running around seeing their constituents. But at the end of the day, you know how that goes. We're really not important. It's all about the congressmen, especially in black communities, showing off that they're congressmen and somehow they're more important than their constituents. We're going to have a gentleman join us today, um, and his name is Bart um, Marcosis, and he's he was the principal deputy assistant secretary of energy for international affairs during the Bush administration, and he's a career foreign service officer. So we're going to pick his brain a little bit about Brexit, about the energy situation, and about whatever else it is you guys want to talk about. You can always call us at 215 867 215 867 8255. We looking at Congress, and they want to come back. They want to talk about guns and impeachment, things that are not going to get done at all. Not going to get done at all. And the question becomes, why? Because they're not important to the American people. These things are not important to the American people. These guys come back off of recess. Oops, hold on. They come back off of recess. They've had a 6-long-week recess. 6 weeks. That's a month and a half that they've had at home instead of doing the people's business. These are people who can't come together on immigration policy. It took the president telling Mexico, your aid if you don't stop these people from coming through your border to our border. Simple. He didn't make a big deal of it. He just said, hey, guess what? We're not doing this anymore. You're going to let these people march right through Mexico to the U.S. border. We're going to penalize you. So guess what? People showing up at the border, 51%. I love it. But, I am not for illegal immigration. You all know that. I don't support illegal immigration. I don't support immigration at the peril of American workers, at the peril of American babies, at the peril of the American middle class. We have a lot of things that are going drastically. We have a Congress that is totally out of control. And we have the Taliban meeting with the president today or yesterday. Secret talks at Camp David, which aren't so secret. Who leaked those? Who leaked the fact that our president was meeting with the Taliban? I don't particularly like the Taliban, I can tell you that. I don't know many people who do. But they're trying to get these folks to agree to a ceasefire, and they're not going to. They've been warring since they have been on the earth. They're not going to stop fighting. And for us to insert ourselves in there, look what happened to the Soviets. And the Soviets were brutal, boy. The Soviets would come in and wipe out a whole village, and they still drove the Soviets back home. Okay? So President Trump is looking at negotiating with North Korea, and he's willing to resume nuke talks with them, but only if the U.S. comes to the table with new proposals, says the North Koreans, will they talk to us? They are too funny. They are too funny. But they got the message when President Trump said, we will bomb you into ashes. We will turn North Korea into ashes. They got that message. They got it loud and clear. These high-tech companies now are coming under the same kind of scrutiny that IBM and Xerox had with the antitrust lawsuits. Google doesn't know how to handle it. But even more, if we really want to get serious, they would talk about the lack of blacks being employed by these companies. And when they are employed by these companies, they're herded off in little corners and really kept out of the mainstream. At least that's what my friends tell me who work for these companies and who do work with these companies. Man, I tell you, getting old is not for the faint of heart. Went to bed yesterday feeling great, not a pain anywhere. Woke up this morning and I think I had a little gout or something in my foot. Now, I don't know why I would have this gout in my foot because I haven't been eating bad. I haven't been eating it, or badly, as President Trump would say, badly. I haven't been eating badly. No, I haven't been eating. Trying to be eating correctly. But anyway, you don't want to hear about that. But I tell you, my foot is killing me, man. You know. Anyway, the reality here is the Congress is going to try to take away our guns. That's not going to happen. And they can talk all they want, but nothing's going to get done. President doesn't want it done. We don't want it done. It's not going to happen. Now, NPR, I looked at these NPR polls, and the polling is Americans are not sold on Trump or the Democrats. This is interesting. Americans are not sold on either one. So what are these people going to do? But those of us who are sold on Trump, and one of my buddies said to me, "Oh, you drank the Kool-Aid." I said, "That's an insult. I haven't drank any Kool-Aid. I was Donald Trump before Donald Trump. I believe we were in bad trade agreements, bad deals before Donald Trump. Didn't take Donald Trump to tell me that NAFTA was bad, that TPP was bad, that the Iranian nuclear deal was bad. Sorry, a little smarter than that." So these Democrat presidential candidates, though, are proposing lots of progressive policies in this election. And those policies may resonate with the party base, but some of those ideals are just not popular in the general electorate, according to a new NPR PBS NewsHour poll, Marxist poll. Now, the reason I looked at NPR PBS, the NewsHour Marxist poll, is because it's a reflection of liberal thought, of liberal participation. That's why I went there. So what they're trying to tell us in this article is that overall, independent voters were not impressed with the direction either President Trump or the Democrats want to take the country at this point ahead of the 2020 election. Well, I disagree with that. And they're saying that independents are on the fence. I don't think so. I think independents are very much with President Trump. They don't have a choice, especially when you have people like Kamala Harris talking about Medicare for all. We're gonna let criminals back into our community. She was wrong for putting criminals away. And excuse me, as Attorney General, I almost get choked, man. It's so funny because you can't make this stuff up. Or I guess you could, but who would believe you? Excuse me. They said Trump did his best in the polling, excuse me, to date with the NPR poll since taking office, but his approval rating is still just 44%. Fewer independents are undecided about the president and give him a 42% approval rating, up from 35 in June. And the poll was conducted between July 15th and July 17th, after the president's June 14th tweet about 4 Democrat congressmen women of color, all U.S. citizens, said they should go back to their countries of origin. The poll, and see, this is the thing about it. It takes very small sampling. I don't know if you've ever been polled. I know I've not been polled. I've lived in all the right zip codes, never been polled. But this particular poll took into account of 1,336 adults with a margin of error plus or minus 5%. I don't know. But Rahm Emanuel, he feels the same way. He feels that the Democrats are going down the wrong rabbit hole. We got a caller out here. Maybe this is uh, Dan Perkins.
Oh, it's JD.
Hey, JD, how you doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you, buddy?
I'm good, man. So,
yes,
yeah.
Is this the approval poll that came out last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he stacks up very favorably against about the top 4 or 5 Democrats, right?
Yeah, they're all in the same. They're all in the same bailiwick. They're not. Independents aren't feeling them, but their bases are. Trump has a 87% approval rate with his base.
Yeah, but I meant if this was the same poll I heard last week, they also did the same thing with Biden and Bernie Sanders, 28 years old yesterday. It was his birthday, and Pocahontas and Trump in the secondaries. He was more favorable than all of those, and all the 3 or 4 categories under that, less favorable and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
How much favorable? How strongly he beat them all.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it because we need it.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear it. We need it. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me? JD.
I guess we lost each other.
No, JD, I'm here. I'm here. Let's see. You should be able to hear me. I'm going out over. I know that we're going out over the air because I can see the thing there. JD, are you there? Let's see. Areas that are less popular with the electorate is a guaranteed universal base income of $1,000 per month for American adults. Only 26% approve of that. Providing reparations for slavery, 27% approve of that. Decriminalizing illegal border crossings, 27%. A national health insurance program that is available to immigrants in the country illegally, 33%. Abolishing the death penalty, only 36%. And Medicare for all, replacing private insurance, 41%, getting rid of the electoral college, 42%. I mean, these people have lost their mind. We have electoral college for a reason, so that the little guy's vote counts too. But they really don't care if the little guy's vote count. They are only interested in themselves. Hey, JD, got you back. And we are rejoining.
Yeah, I guess the Democrat Media Matters didn't like us talking about the poll favorability, give us the cut as well.
Yeah, well, anyway, the people are split and give less support for free college tuition at public colleges. Excuse me. Anyway, man, repealing Obamacare. Folks are ready to do that and are on board with that. It's really interesting. I got the percentage here. It's 44% think it's a good idea, 51% think it's a bad one. The degree to which the tide has turned on the issue is remarkable, considering how much the fight over the so-called Obamacare helped Republicans in 2010. It is good. All of this is really good. This is really good. So, we look at this and you have to ask yourself, where's the country going? Rahm Emanuel, even Rahm Emanuel thinks that the Democrats are on the wrong page when it comes to Medicare for all in the general election. He said, well, why do we have to go there? There's no upside in going. If Rahm Emanuel can see that and I can see that, something's wrong. So I'm going to hit it right here. Let's see here. I'm going to turn that on. Get it. Get this clip played. It's JD. JD. JD, call back.
Yeah.
Yeah, call back. Anyway, um, but Rom tickled me, man. He's like, well, Rom, I don't.
We've taken a position, so
I don't agree with much that Rahm Emanuel has to say. But this particular time, I think I am going to have to agree with the former mayor, the former chief of staff of Barack Hussein Obama. Uh, we're going to play it with media players, see what happens. Here we go. Come on. This is Rahm Emanuel. Hey, JD, you back? Hey, JD, you're back?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, okay. This is,
Yes, I'm here.
yeah, I hear you. Let's play this guy. Rahm Emanuel.
we've taken a position so far, and the candidates have, through the process, a few have not, about on basically Medicare for all, which is we're going to eliminate 150 million people's health care, and we're going to provide health care for people that just come over the border. That is an untenable position for the general election. This is reckless as it relates to, and you don't have to take the position to win the primary, and you're basically literally hindering yourself for the general election. Hey, so he says.
Now, I don't generally agree with Rahm Emanuel, and these people are hindering themselves for the general election. It's over. We're not going to give health care to illegals. We're not going to reach out and embrace illegals. In fact, Supreme Court is, I think, is going to rule on DACA this week, and that's something that President Obama cooked up watching MASH, I guess. Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead. I'm getting ready.
All I've heard during the debates and the conversation about the 2,900 Democrats that are running for president is that they have to do something about health care, including Medicare for all. So I guess this, and even our own Harry Reid out here is making statements that we have to tweak Obamacare. So obviously, Obamacare was a throwing Obamacare under the bus, in my opinion.
Well, they should, and that's a good thing. I'm looking forward to.
Charles?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to them throwing Obamacare under the bus. They should.
Charles?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. What's going on?
No, static.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Static.
Yeah.
Democrats are chewing on them.
I think I'm gonna go to a break, and I'm gonna.
Never mind.
I'm gonna go hardwire. So look, I'm gonna run a couple commercials, and I'm gonna go hardwire on this and take them out. So we'll.
All right.
Okay, so we'll take a little break, try to fix this little problem we got. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Leonora Kubota from Red State Talk Radio for My Pillow. I used to have trouble sleeping. My Pillow changed all that. I now My Pillow has a 10-year warranty, a 60-day comfort guarantee. My Pillow is also the official pillow of the National Sleep Foundation, and it's made right here in the USA. My Pillow is now offering Red State Talk Radio listeners a 4-pack special with 2 premium standard or queen pillows and 2 go anywhere 4 pillows for the price of 61919. Code Red State. Put sleepless nights behind you with My Sleep in the whole wide world. MyPillow.com.
to some of the other services you offer. Well, let's just say that next time we won't be so chicken.
Thanks, Kim. Just call me at 630-242-1507. That's 630-242-1507. Or check us out at the web at precisionpayroll.com. That's precisionpayroll.com.
Okay, welcome back. Welcome back to the Reality Check. Charles Butler here, folks. We're doing our thing, and hope that you stay tuned. We have an interesting guest who's going to spend some time with us talking about. I'll talk a little bit about Brexit. I talked about him earlier, and we're going to. Like I said, talk a little bit about Brexit, talk a little bit about what's going on today out in the country. And it's just so much going on, I tell you. We're going to have Mr. Bart Marcosis with us. He was the principal deputy assistant secretary of energy for international affairs under the Bush administration. And additionally, Mr. Marcosis served as a career foreign service officer with the State Department, i.e. a diplomat. So we're going to talk a little bit about Brexit, I hope, and we'll talk about Boris Johnson. I like Boris Johnson. He's a wild man. Reminds me of the Brits of the 70s. But anyway, welcome to the show, Bart. How are you? Hello?
Fine, thanks. How are you?
I'm good.
It's nice to be on with you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for coming on. You know, I had said back when we were debating Brexit, I predicted in June of 2015 that Donald Trump was going to be the nominee and win the general election. And I also predicted that the people of the United Kingdom were going to exit the EU. And this was in total contrast to my friends who work at the Board of Trade and